Anyway, Libra, what's going on? I'm trying to get this camera straightened out. You can see my book, but whatever. Uh, so this is gonna be a reading for the Libra community. Libra, what's going on with you? It's your girl D. We're gonna see what's going on with you for Pisces season. So this is what we're celebrating right now. I hope all is well with everybody. Um, Make sure you shout out your favorite sun sign Pisces. Let them know that you appreciate them. Show them some love. It's their season, right? And pay attention to where Pisces is in your chart. So, let me think. I want to do this. All right, this is good. So let's go ahead and get this reading popping. I hope well is all. I can't even talk today. Today has just been a real laid back, chill day. It's raining where I'm at, so I've just been chilling. But I wanted to finish up the readings I started and did. I did Pisces through Leo. So now I'm gonna do. Uh, I'm doing Libra right now, but I need to do actually. This is Libra. I do need to do Virgo. I'm gonna do Virgo after. So my bad. I jumped right to Libra. So maybe it was meant for me to jump right to Libra. Okay. But I'm gonna do Virgo next. All right. So Libra, what is going on with you? Okay. Why is you jumping the line? All right. I don't understand. I guess we gonna find out. Okay. What's going on with Libra? Messages for the Libra collective. What do they need to know? What is up with them? Why is it that they like no do Virgo after, do us now? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let me get a few cards for Libra. What's going on with Libra? And Happy New Year, Libra. Happy Chinese New Year. If you celebrate, the New Year was February 17th. We are now in the year of the horse. So you want to check to see online, Google, based on the year you're born, you are assigned a Chinese astrology symbol, usually an animal. So you just want to find out what the astrological representative is for you based on your birth date. And then you can just do some research to see how this year is going to turn out for you. All right. Or some of the key things you may keep in mind as the year progresses. All right. So let's see. All right. Libra. What is going on with Libra? Why are you on my mind? You are on my mind. I just totally receive the Hermit energies in reverse. What's up with Libra? All right. So Libra. We got the devil energy in reverse. We got the authentication card showing up, and the Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Hermit energy in reverse. So, hmm. So there's a blessing coming here for you, but there's some stipulations. Okay, um, there's some stipulations. Somebody could be adopting a child. I feel like there's somebody's been approved. Uh, Somebody's been going through the process or considering adopting a child, whether it's from said agency. And if so, I feel like somebody's trying to find out if they qualify. They're going through the application process and background checks and things like that. And then if this is not through said agency, it's through said agency, whatever government agency or whatever paperwork or processes you have to go through in reference to that. However, it could be a relative of yours that you are actually going to officially adopt, or there could be a name change, something like that going on. Um, but I do see that somebody is uh, looking into that. Okay. Now, somebody might be finding out that they're adopted as well. Okay. There could be paperwork that is being presented where somebody may find out that that is the case. I feel like it might be because of somebody might be finding out that they were adopted because there could have been some type of health concern and trying to find out, who is able to donate blood, things like that. And as a result, somebody may find out that they don't have there's no biological match within their family for whatever reason. There could be some type of rare disease, bloodborne pathogen of some sort that is a concern as well. uh, so I'm seeing that too. But I'm seeing also someone taking better care of their health. On another note, someone's taking better care of their health. They're deciding that they are going to do what's healthy for them. Uh, the thing is that the doctor may have already given you some stipulations in which you need to follow, and maybe you're not doing that, or you've decided that maybe you're having difficulty with the sweets, or maybe you're having difficulty with adjusting to said regimen that you were given. So, it could be that you were told, okay, this is going to help you with your heart. So do A, B, and C. And maybe you tried that and it's not working or it doesn't work, and it could very well be a technicality, or like, did you follow the instructions exactly, type of thing. Like, for example, maybe your doctor told you, okay, you have a tablespoon of olive oil every day. There's going to be these wonderful health benefits. But they weren't specific as to what type of olive oil will give you said benefits and how much of it you need to take or something like that. But I feel like somebody's getting clarity in reference to their medication, their prescription meds. Okay, it could be for their child as well. um so it could be that the whole house might be not feeling well or under the weather, and you may have to take a different dosage than your child. So for some of you, you need to be very careful with the dosage of medication that you're taking. So for example, cough medicine, for those who take cough medicine, you may have to take 2 tablespoons, where a child under a certain age may only be required to take a teaspoon, right? So I think that there's something in reference to that that needs to be addressed. um, hmm. I just feel like there's a new lease in some way, shape, or form on things. It could be some type of creative scenario or situation or opportunity that you have. Um, I just feel like for whatever reason, there's all these stipulations as to why it won't work. So somebody may meet someone. Okay, maybe you met someone, and you're like, okay, I'm open to love. I'm looking for love. And I usually don't do love readings, but I'm reading the cards. So maybe you're open to love, but you have all of these, you have a certain set of rules and regulations that have to be uh, followed in order for you to feel comfortable in said relationship. Maybe you and this person meet up, and there's a connection here, or you think that there's a connection, or you want a connection, but yet you threw all your rules out. Maybe there was something that happened in relationships, and then you learned from a relationship, you're like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore, but yet you hop into a new relationship and you throw those rules out the window. So somebody is questioning, okay, what is my criteria, what is my preference, as far as am I looking for someone who is ABC? So I feel like somebody's reviewing or coming up with um, criteria in reference to dating people who have children, or just getting back into relationships altogether. Um, so that's something I'm seeing here too. But let's get some clarity and see what else comes out for you. But I do feel like for some of you, you met somebody or you're going to meet someone, but this person that you're going to meet, or maybe it's you, is still attached to someone that you have children with. And this person could still be going back and forth with the person that they have children with. So the situation may not work out. All right, so let's see what else. Yeah, so we have Justice and Ace of Cups. So yeah, this could be that you've met somebody that you're evenly yoked with, or when you're dating, this is what's going to be fair for you. This is, these are the rules, the regulations, the boundaries, and it doesn't have to be like you're going to someone saying, "Now these are the rules if we're going to date." It could very well be that, but maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just something internal for you. Like, I'm not going to date these types of men. I'm not going to date these types of women. I'm not going to get intimate with someone before said period of time, or before I see what's going on with them and their child's mother or their child's father. You know what I mean? The dynamics in the relationship that they may have with them. So we have see, the Knight of Wands is in reverse with this contract or these rules and regulations, or being authentic and being true and real about what it is that you truly want and who it is that you're dating. Like, you're trying to see, like, for example, it's like you're not going to jump into a relationship really quickly until you see who it is that you're dealing with and all that is entailed with that situation. Okay, so the Hierophant hopped out and the Three of Wands energy in reverse. Let's see here. So yeah, so somebody could just be like, you know what, this is what I'm going to practice. These are my beliefs, these are my values, these are my principles. You know, somebody may feel like they don't want to meet someone's children, or someone is like, yo, I'm not going to introduce my children to said partners until a specified period of time. Somebody could also be writing, okay, putting to maybe somebody's writing a book, an autobiography, is what I'm getting to. Uh, Somebody could be going through a spiritual transformation as well, and is realizing that, I don't know, somebody could be going through the dark night of the soul, right? Where they have realized that for whatever reason, whatever religious beliefs that they were currently invested in um, is not working for the person that they're evolving into. Whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, doesn't matter. King of Cups. So I'm getting energy of sexual reproduction. So I'm getting kids. Okay. So again, somebody could be adopting someone with this Ace of Cups and this Justice energy. Okay. So maybe somebody was keeping someone temporarily with the Knight of Wand energy in reverse and the authentication card. So someone could have been keeping someone temporarily until the paperwork is cleared. So I feel like there's a release energy here. Um, there could be a situation here where maybe children were staying with a particular person and they're not going to be staying with that person anymore. Now they're going to go stay with someone else, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, somebody just might, there could be someone who's just feeling, they understand the empathy they empathize and sympathize with the child who could have lost their parents. Uh, Parents may have decided to give them up. Okay. Parents may have decided that they're not able to keep this child anymore. So, there's somebody who's could also be going through a separation and a divorce, and they're trying to work out custody with the children. Yeah, we have the Chariot energy in reverse, Claire, and the Six of Cups. So this is definitely about where the children are going to live. Somebody's moving, is what I'm getting here. Children were taken out of a home. There could be that somebody could be dealing with that. Maybe I don't know if somebody called the authorities or called the law on someone, or someone is considering doing that. But that energy is in the air in reference to children's safety. I also feel like somebody may have gotten pulled over because they don't have their child in a car seat. Okay, and so there's problems with that. So be careful. If you're driving and your child is under a certain age, they're supposed to be in a car seat. I don't have kids, so I don't know what the age range is, but I know if you got to carry them little boogers around, then they definitely need to be in a car seat. I think they're supposed to be in a car seat, what, till 7? Let me know in the comments. With the law, and I don't know if the law varies from state to state. If it's federal guidelines in reference to how long a child should be in a car seat as far as their age. But I think that is in question here. Somebody may have gotten pulled over with children in the vehicle, um, and they're not in the proper seat. Okay. Somebody may not be able to take care of their children because they may have lost their job, so they're not able to afford. So somebody could be applying for somebody either got denied, somebody's appealing their government benefits is what I'm seeing as well. Someone's appealing that. Somebody might have gotten extended temporary amount of time to benefit from those benefits, but it looks like there's a deadline approaching, or it has already approached, and someone is stating that they don't have work. So you could be working on that case. You could be a caseworker. You could be somebody who works for the government. Okay. In reference to SNAP benefits, HUD for housing, Section 8 vouchers, unemployment, any government assistance, um, is what we're referring to here. And it looks as though I don't know if there's a, let me just see. Yeah, somebody is looking to apply for some type of government assistance due to their scenario, their situation. They've lost their job, or they may find out that they are going to lose their job. So, somebody may know that by the end of the month, their company is shutting down. Um, and so they're looking, to apply for some type of benefits or some type of assistance. Okay, somebody may be selling their home as well, their childhood home, um, is what I'm getting to. I'm getting a lot about the home and children. Somebody could be shopping for a new home, and the way that they're looking is maybe they have one child now, but they're looking to expand their family. So they could be in the process of looking for a larger place so that they can grow their family. In reference to love, somebody could be going through a separation or divorce here, and they're trying to confirm or figure out where the children are going to stay. I'm getting more so of a joint custody type of scenario here for the outcome, or somebody is going to file for joint custody. Uh, yeah, we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, no matter what someone does, they're not getting benefits that they need. They're not qualified. Somebody is not focused on what is going on here. Somebody may feel stuck in the past and can't move on. Okay. Uh, so, in reference to the relationship situation here, somebody has children now. There's nothing they can do about it. They've made mistakes in the past. And this is again in reference to dating when you have children. Like somebody is really adamant about not introducing their child to who they're dating, or maybe this is something that they have been told that they should consider. Like a lot of people will introduce their children to somebody as soon as they feel comfortable. But the thing is they may feel comfortable within 3 weeks of meeting this person. So there's somebody who could be telling this person, hey, you don't know this person yet. So until you get to know them, just because you've known them for 6 months or you went to school with them or something like that doesn't mean that you know them well enough to introduce them to your child. But to each his own, you got to do what you feel is best. But hopefully that is being taken into consideration. Okay. Because somebody is like, hey, yeah, this person is coming towards you, or yeah, they may want to act like they want to be with you, or you may feel that way about them right now, But the thing is you want to be careful not to jump in so quickly. That's what I'm seeing here, of somebody jumping in too quickly without verifying things, without confirming if something is authentic, if something is real. Putting their heart and energy and effort into a scenario or situation without checking the authenticity of the situation. Because what you don't know is that, um, you know, somebody may not want that commitment. Okay. And it could be, based on the fact that they could already be married. Some of you could be dealing with someone who, may have a crush on you, but they're already married. They're already in a relationship with somebody, is what I'm seeing. And this person may still be in that relationship or connection, and they may say it's for the sake of the kids or because we have kids with this person. But this person has maybe told you numerous times that they're going to leave, or, um, they're planning on it, they're working on it, they're looking for a place. It's hard for them to find a place and all this other stuff that's going on here. So I don't know how authentic this person is, but somebody jumped in too soon. And now, after they've already established a bond with this person, a sexual bond, now there's all these things that are coming up. And so instead of you being able to look at it logically, or people being able to look at it logically, now they have to look at it. Now they're tainted. The view is tainted with the sexual energy of the connection. Somebody could be changing someone's name, legal name change for a child, or somebody may have had a childhood name and they're changing it, like their family name. They're changing their name. Someone's changing their name. And it has something to do with more so of their spiritual beliefs. So somebody could be taking on a name that represents or that is affiliated with their beliefs. Okay, Ace of Cups again. So there could be a child, a pregnancy also. Ace of Cups twice with the Justice energy. So somebody could be discussing if they want to have children with someone. Okay, somebody could be vetting someone out to confirm if someone is uh, somebody that they want to have children with. It could be two people talking, deciding on if they want to have children. And again, like I said, I saw that some people are debating on, okay, yeah, we want to have more children, so now we need to find a larger place. Wow, the devil in reverse, the devil upright. So, religious views are what's coming into play in reference to, or religious upbringing, or your upbringing versus your partner's upbringing is what may be causing conflict in reference to the rearing of children you already have, um, especially if this is somebody you're meeting, and they're, you guys are getting to know one another and you have children, and there's certain ways that you raise your children, but this person that you're dating or seeing, they may have a different viewpoint in reference to how to raise children. And that can be very challenging in a connection. And I'm getting that that's what's going on here. So there's a lot of disputes here. It could be a blended family type of environment. And I'm thinking like the Brady Bunch. You have the lady, she has her three girls from a previous marriage, and then you have the man that she meets who has his three sons from a previous marriage he was in. And maybe when he's taking care of his three children, he has a certain way that he raises his children, and the woman has a certain way that she raises her girls. And so they get together, you know, and now there is clashing in reference to who does what, who's allowed to do what, and how they go about raising their children as a blended family. Okay, somebody wants justice for their I'm getting justice for their mom. Okay, is another thing I'm seeing here. Justice for their mother. Somebody could be talking to their dad in reference to what's going on with their mom. Like there, I don't know. There's some type of um, again, somebody finding out who their real dad is, because we got heavy Capricorn energy here, and then we do have Cancerian energy here, and Scorpionic energy. Scorpio is the energy, to me, is where you conceive. Um, so other people's energy. So children are, when you go through divorce and you look at the assets that you have, because that's Scorpionic energy. children are considered part of your assets under scorpionic energy in certain astrological beliefs. So again, people are going through joint custody. They're debating on how much money is going to be allotted, uh, or this could be, someone avoiding. It's like someone's trying to get out of paying something. Is what I'm getting here. Someone's trying to avoid child support. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, "Oh no, we're going to file joint custody." Type of thing. And I is like somebody's like hiring a nanny. Somebody has to prove that, okay, you are able to. So these are people who are at odds in reference to their split, in reference to how what goes on with the kids. Yeah, because here's the Six of Cups again. So we got the Devil twice, the Six of Cups twice, the Ace of Cups twice. This is who's controlling the children, who has control over the children, who's watching the children when someone's not around. So there could be a concern about leaving children home unattended, is a thing here as well. I'm getting like latchkey kids. I don't know if anybody understands that term, Generation Xers. We know that term. It's like, for example, if you're old enough to be in the house by yourself, like maybe you get out of school at 3 and your parents don't get home from work until 5. So by the time you get home at 3:30, you're in the house from 3:30 to 5:30 by yourself or with your siblings. And it's called latchkey kids. So I'm getting that type of energy. So somebody could be reporting that. Like I said, somebody was reporting something. It could be to Child and Family Services about children being left home unattended. Somebody going out, leaving their children unattended. Let's get one more. All right, so what fell out first was the Two of Wands. Yeah, somebody's trying to figure out which direction to go in. Um, so if this is about adopting children here, a man could be, adopting a woman's child, like he's getting together with her. And not only is he getting together with her, he is actually physically, paperwork wise, adopting her children and changing their last names to his. So, sort of like the Russell Simmons, not Russell Simmons, my God, I didn't mean to say Russell Simmons. Sort of like Russell and Sierra with her oldest son, Future's son. Well, their oldest son, his name was changed to Russell Wilson's surname. So it's like that type of thing. Like he married her, so she already had the young son, and so now the young son is not only being adopted by him, but the young son's name is being changed to represent the new father coming into the new husband coming into the building. So that is what I'm getting here in reference to um, the cards that are showing up. I'm getting a lot of that. Somebody could be contesting this in court, but it looks as though the court is going to rule with who the partner is, and the newly met couple. All right, yeah. So with the medication thing here, uh, there could be, yeah, somebody is part of adopting a child is understanding their medical background. Okay, this child could have some type of medical history. There could be something going on with the bones. Is what I'm getting to. I don't know, some type of bone density testing, bone density scanning, or something. This is somebody's looking at the bone marrow in reference to like blood transfusion, or like I was saying earlier, somebody finding out a child is not theirs. It could be because they're looking at the marrow in the bone of a child. Somebody may have to wear crutches because of an accident. Some child may have to wear crutches or use crutches because of a car accident. So they may be looking for a blood donor. So somebody may be donating blood, and this is when someone finds out that the child is not biologically theirs, or they don't have the same blood type. But I do find that there's a match. So if there's some type of organ donor scenario or situation, somebody's going to get the match. The match is going to come through. It's just that somebody has to fill out the paperwork to um, Like they've already done the testing to confirm that someone is a positive match. So now it's all the processing that has to go through as far as the documentation, the prepping of the person who's donating, the prepping of their body, the prepping of the children or the child involved. Like, this type of thing is going on here. Somebody's sparing no expense. They want to be on the list. Like there's a donor list here, and somebody is like, whatever we have to do. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else comes out here. So yeah, in reference to a relationship here, there's somebody who is currently they've met someone that they really want to be with, but the thing is that they're still in a marriage. They're still legally married to someone else. Okay, um, and they still deal with this person. They're still dealing with them, and this person is expecting you to accept that, or you're expecting someone to accept the fact that the other partner, the other parent is still involved in a children's life, even though you may be getting with this person and you're willingly adopting their children. It doesn't mean that the father, like for example, with the Sierra and Russell Wilson situation, it doesn't mean that Future's father is not in his life and is not an important part of his life, and the child doesn't know that that's his father. It's now everybody has to work together, you know, to make sure that the child is good. So there could be an embarrassing situation in reference to this. Somebody's embarrassed in reference to any of the scenarios. So it could be that, when someone ran the blood scans or whatever and found out that they're not the father of this child, they could have been embarrassed by it. Okay. Or the mother may have been embarrassed, the fact that she didn't know who the father was, whether she knew intentionally or not. It also could be child support, where someone went to court to get more money, and then found out that, okay, well, you know what, now you get even less. So it was one of these type scenarios going on here. Somebody could be trying to dispute an adoption. Okay, there's an energy of gutless, somebody being afraid. Okay, so that gutless could be in reference to the embarrassed energy, like somebody was embarrassed to say what was going on, so they were being cowardice. Okay, but I don't see, yeah, the Five of Wands energy is here, but there's no other Leo energy in reference to courage. But somebody might have been afraid. We got a lot of devil energy here. The devil energy is here twice, just like the Six of Cups is here twice, and the Ace of Cups. So this is about fear. The Ace of Cups has to do with your emotions, your feelings, and the devil energy has to do with fear. All right. We do have some scorpionic energy here. So somebody could have definitely been gutless in a situation, afraid due to what could happen or the outcome. Mistrust. So as a result, maybe somebody now doesn't trust someone. Like I was saying here, there could be an energy here of someone stating that they can't leave their children alone with someone due to their behavior when they're with the children. So somebody could be filing for like they could be joint custody, right? And a person could be saying, "Nah, I'm going back to the court because I want to file for full custody because this person has a particular lifestyle that is not conducive to an environment that's healthy for children." Right? This person indulges a lot. They've had a habit. They still have a habit. Um, or some type of toxic activity that they in, and they go in and out of it. So it could be that their partners who they sleep with, they have multiple children by multiple people. Um, so it's like a combination of different things I'm seeing here. Let's see what else comes out for you, Libra. Put away the computer. It says working hard and having more fun will help strengthen your relationship. So for some of you, this could be with your children. You work a lot and you don't have a whole lot of time with your children, or you want to establish more of a connection or a bond with your children due to whatever is going on. So maybe taking some time from work, but this is also about that latchkey kid energy here. You could have a single parent who has got to work two jobs. They don't have a whole lot of time to spend with their children. They just have enough time to provide. Um, but the universe is suggesting that so that you understand what's going on with your child and they don't feel like they're not unwanted or unloved. You have to set aside some time and just connect with them and just be about them. There's a balance that has to be had. Yeah, you got to provide for your children, And some people, will say, well, yeah, I love my children. I provide for them a nice home. They have food in the house. There's no, but there's no emotional connection. There's no emotional attachment. And this is what someone is calling justice on. It's like, yeah, you say but are you showing them any love? You know, it's like when you try to talk to them and spend time with them, it's just haste. It's not really, really investing in who they are, or, you know, um, confirming who they are as an individual. I feel like what happens, yeah, here it is definitely here, because it's like with the devil in reverse, the three of wands reverse, and the hierophant. It's like someone the only time they communicate with their child is when they're giving their child commands. Okay, did you do this? Did you take out the chicken out the refrigerator to make it thaw? Did you wash your clothes? Did you iron them? Did you go in the bathroom and wash yourself? Did you do your homework? It's like that's when they talk to their child. But there's no emotional connection, where they spend time and connect and bond with the child, is what I'm getting. Yeah, boundaries. So there's some type of boundaries that have to be set, or that were set, especially with that Saturn energy, that devil energy. Definitely some boundaries or rules, especially with the authentication card. So somebody is like, okay, when I introduce myself to someone and they have children, or I have children, there are boundaries, there are rules that we, because I don't just trust anyone, you know. I may have been embarrassed before, but so someone could be putting these rules in place because maybe they learned from a mistake that put them in a position where they were embarrassed. Yeah, second chance. So somebody is going, like I said, there's an energy of someone wanting a second chance with someone in reference to whether it's wanting a second chance with the children, or going back to court. I'm getting court energy heavy. Um, in reference to joint custody versus, someone having sole custody. So somebody wants a second chance. It's like, yeah, I messed up. I was, under the influence, or I was participating in behavior, but I've cleaned up my act. I'm good now, and I want to reestablish, so maybe somebody's not seeing their children because of their behavior. They had to get themselves cleared up and taken care of, and they went to court, and then it was brought to the court's attention that this is why I don't allow him to see his children, because of this behavior. This is why I don't allow her to see her children. This is because of her behavior. So somebody may have had their children taken away from them. Children now are being considered being brought back into the environment. Maybe somebody got themselves cleaned up and straightened up. Okay, the only thing that they need is a job. That's what I'm getting for some of you. Yeah, they harmony and balance. So they've aligned everything. Everything is trying, or they're in the process of aligning everything. Somebody needed some time to do so, or time is of the essence for any of these scenarios or situations here. There's a delay. Somebody could be procrastinating things, or somebody's too busy. Like I said, for some of you with the children thing and spending time with their children, it's just they're too busy with that put away the computer and timing and boundaries, right? So somebody could be feeling embarrassed about that, right? And so now there's a situation here where somebody, it's too late. They're trapped in the scenario, the situation that was, uh, you know, that was created, and so now there could be some regret and remorse. So I see that going on. All right, let's get another set of cards, and we'll wrap this up. We have Dancer. I don't know if somebody is dating someone who's a dancer, or somebody dances. Like I was saying with the Sierra Wilson, she's a dancer. You know what I mean? So, but dancing could also represent, not only somebody who dances. Maybe there's a dancer who broke their leg, or maybe someone broke their leg dancing. Because I do see someone that was injured. It could be in a car accident. They injured their legs, and this could be what the bone marrow thing is about here as well. Okay, in blood, and trying to see if there's a match, a donor. So this is a past life situation for some of you, meaning that this is something that happened in the past life. Maybe you did not complete it, or you completed it via technicality, and so now it's being brought back to you in this lifetime to deal with legitimately. Okay. Yeah, there's something about the sage, learning, being wise, being more mature. Like I said, there was someone who maybe in the past, uh, there could have been someone who was physically abusive or abused in their childhood, and so maybe they're figuring out what's going on with them and trying to get themselves together so that they can be better for their children. It could be that as well. Um, but yeah, I feel like over time somebody realized some of the mistakes they made with their children is another thing I'm getting here. So I don't know if it's your parents or you. Maybe you're looking back at your childhood and some of the things that your parents did, and you're trying not to make those same whatever mistakes you discovered or determined is a mistake. Maybe you're trying not to do that, or maybe you see that you are repeating a mistake that was, because we got bloodline energy here. Maybe you repeated. Uh, you was like, oh, I'm not going to be like my father, or I'm not going to be like my mother, and maybe yeah, somebody's deciding on what they're going to do and how they're going to do things. They're not going to do it the way their parents did it. They're going to do things differently. I'm going to spend time with my children. And, my kids are not going to be a latchkey kid, or my kids are not going to be latchkey kids. I'm going to spend time with them because as a result, here's what I'm dealing with because of that. Because of that choice my parents made. I choose to do something different, or I choose to be different type of energy. Okay. Um, But yeah, that's what I got for you, Libra. So hopefully this helps you in some sort of way. And again, we want to show some love to Pisces, your sun sign Pisces folks. Say happy birthday to them. And again, happy Chinese New Year to those who celebrate. It is the year of the horse. And this is what I got for you guys. And I wish you the best. And I'll see you in your next reading later.